show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Kryptonite Show. Your host Superman in the house, and here we are today. We're going to talk about PulseChain. We're going to talk about SolidX, XGame, Gladiator games, X1, Zen. It's all on the menu today, so I hope you have fun. Don't forget to get in the chat there if you got anything you want me to particularly talk about that's not a scam. I'll check it out. So get in there, and we got Frank White as well. Bang bang, Pulse Gang in nice and early. Big shout out to Frank White as always, and of course don't forget to check out his PulseChain ecosystem map. Which is PLS Start. So check that out as well. Kind of cool. We got the chat there. Don't forget to share the show out. There's the link right there. If you're on X, don't forget to hit the repost. Sharing is caring, and pump your own bags, all that good stuff. We got Orez in the house there. Hey, good to see you, Orez. Big shout out. Liking that little profile pic as well. Looks pretty cool. All right, without further ado, we're going to get into a lot of the news around stock market, crypto. Had a bit of a pullback, and PulseChain. It looks like it's turning a little bit green. It just reminds me, I've got to bring something else up that I hadn't set up yet. So let's see if I can bring that up. But don't forget to repost the show out. That really does help a lot. And let me have a look here. Actually, I might bring this up too. All these extra things we're going to be talking about today. Just pulling up now. I haven't even had a checkout of it, but we're going to do it. And then we're going to go to... I'm going to not say the name, of course. I'm not going to say the name, but we're going to have a check it out. And let's see whether there's any extra stuff there. That's kind of interesting. We might talk about that again. Let's do that again. Live. Let's do it live. In fact, I actually hadn't checked out somebody else too. I'm just going through here. Let's have a look. Let's do one more check, and then we're going to get into the show format, which starts off with the stock market, ends off with the old X1. That's where we're going. Let me see here. We did too. We have some cool stuff. All right, cool. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, yeah. Let's do that. All right, so guys, the show just even got even better. Let's get into it. All right, so don't forget to share the show out on X one more time, and let's move away to the next page and start getting into the stock market and see what the results were for Tuesday. Bam, let's go. All right, so we've got the Oracle stock here falls after report reveals thin margins in AI cloud business. So a little bit of hit there on the old Oracle, but the market did pull back a little bit. We got Dow Jones down 1/5%, 92 points to 46,600. We got the S&P 500 down 0.4%, 25 points to 6,714, and the Nasdaq there pulling back about 0.2%, 153 points to 22,788. So just cooling off from the highs, all-time highs that we've been experiencing. You can see we're just tapering off there a little bit. So that's where we are with the stock. So it's probably good to have a little bit of a profit-taking day, right? Isn't it? US dollar is up as well, 0.5%, 98.32 versus the trading partners. We're going to go to the commodities. We've got $62.17 for West Texas oil per barrel. That's up 1/5%. Then Brent oil is flat. That's at $65.74. Gold has been the talk of the town. In fact, that is probably worth talking about. It has finally gone over $4,000 for gold. So I think that's outdone Bitcoin for the year, but not over longer horizons, right? Not over longer time frames. And so a gold there is over 4,000. Well. How about that? I think that's deserving of a clap, don't you think? Yeah. Now, if we go for the chart there and have a look all the time, look at that chart, just up and up to the right there, $4,000, and pretty awesome. So gold and Bitcoin, right? That's the kind of the two what I call it, debasing trades there. And we got silver right now at $47.74. And that's not quite taking all-time highs out, although yesterday must have been pretty close. and that's at $47.73. So I don't think that's quite taken out that 2011 high yet, but it's pretty close. So that is $47.73 right now as well. So that's pretty much it on that. Now we're going to quickly go to our next Fed meeting coming up, and that's probably more interest to us, generally speaking. And that is what is the expectation there at the moment. 3 weeks and 1 day to go, less than 1 day. And we've got 99.6% of the market expecting a 25 basis point cut for October. And in December, another 25 basis points is in there as well. So we're currently at 5.25, and we may get to 3.75 by the end of the year, based on where the market is and where the bond market is at right now. So that's pretty much it for the stock market. That was pretty quick. We got Louise in house there. Thank you, man, for your time to teach us. Good job. I appreciate that, Louise. And of course, sharing is caring, as they say. All right. So next thing we're going to get into is the crypto market, which did have a pullback as well. Although it looks like it's starting to recover a little bit. So we'll get into that. We're going to go full screen on this. Bam. So total market right now is 4.28 trillion, down 2.5%. We got 19,970 coins, 19,097 coins, I should say. And Bitcoin right now is at 120, just below 122,000, down 2.4%. Ethereum, they're down 4.3% at just below 4,500. But BNB is still up. So BNB is up 6.6% at $1,305. So BNB absolutely on an absolute tear. Ever since it broke that $1,000 mark, it has just been racing away. We got XRP at number 5, down 4.3%, $2.87. Solana at number 6, down 5%, $222. We got Doge there, down 6.9%, so a big move down there, just below 25 cents. And then finally Tron at number 10, down 2.2 cents, just below 34 cents. So those are our top 10 right now, and BNB obviously the standout performer there. What else we got there? We've got also the best performer in the last week is BNB, up 30%. So absolutely crushing it as the old BNB. So it's pretty cool. Looking at our top 100, we can see that PancakeSwap has taken the lead at number 1 from Zcash. So PancakeSwap there up massively this week, 76%, 17% in the last 24 hours. Zcash at number 70 so PancakeSwaps has come back into the top 100 too, because that's at number 96 now. Zcash there at number 70 is our second best performer, up 73% for the week, almost 74%. $130. Mantle there at number 31 is our third best performer, up 31%. BNB from the top 10, sitting at number 3 there, is up 30% for the week. So an incredible move. And then, of course, we got BNB below that. So those are our top 5 right now. Top 1,000, we got this, I don't know, what's that, the Japanese or Asian? I'm not sure. What's that, Japanese? Chinese letters. Is that Chinese? Chinese letters there. That's up 68%. We've got Undead Games at number 2 and Doodles there at number 3. We'll have a quick look at this. I guess it's a Chinese symbols. And that is, what's it called? I don't know. It's on BSC scan. It's got no website, but it is up at the moment. So there we go. Not quite sure what that's going to be. $260 million though. We'll see how long that lasts around. It's only been around since the 8th of October. So it was just basically launched. So I'm not quite sure what that is, but there it is. It's on the move. If you can read that, let me know. Let me know what that means. So that's pretty much it on trending. PancakeSwap, Undead Gains, and Asta trending right now. So PancakeSwap, no surprise there. And then you got Undead Games and Asta and Doodles doing pretty well. All right, so that's pretty much it. 4.28 trillion, down 2.5% on the old crypto markets. Let's go to Bitcoin. This is our overlay chart here with a lot of the fundamentals, and we can see that we had a huge run up there. Natural to see some profit taking here, and we got up to yesterday. We got up to how much? 126,296, so a new all-time high, and we just got some profit taking happening there at the moment. 121,159 right now, but we are bouncing a little bit here from the looks of it. And we're well above the 50-day moving average, which is in yellow, that yellow line. Let's get rid of the overlays. And that yellow line there is currently at 115,500. And the turn of day in the orange down here is 107,500. So we're well above that. Everyone's looking forward to breaking out up into the 130 to 150 mark. That's kind of the play. Looking at Ethereum, obviously we've still got the same narratives going on. We had a nice little run here as well. We bounced from pretty much our area we hoped to look to bounce from, 3,800, rallied all the way up to 4,730, and then we're back down to 4,488 right now. So everything's sort of working out there, facing quite a bit of resistance under the 5,000 mark, and that's probably a good sign for the next move up. It could be pretty damn powerful for the old Ethereum there, leading into the end of the year. We all know it happens in parabolics, very quick runs, and so we're looking forward to that too. We got Wookie in the house there, our community leader in the house. Wookie is watching you. How about that? So he's our community leader in the Discord. Big shout out. Hope he's doing well out there in the golf world. Golf and skateboarding and swimming and everything else he does. Pretty much the action man Jackson, as they say, the action man Jackson. And so we're still holding on to our up market for the end of the year, between 8,000 and 16,000. So that is where we're expecting to go with this price chart. Boom. Up and to the right. Yeah, boy. And of course, we've got so many bullish catalysts, haven't we? We've got so many bullish catalysts. We looked at that yesterday, so I'm not going to go into that today. But we did look at it yesterday. So that's pretty much our crypto market recap there. So a little bit of a pullback, except for BNB stand out there, and PancakeSwap also stand out. Pretty awesome. All right, so that's pretty much it. What's next, guys? You guys know it. PulseChain. PulseChain. Let's do it. Let's do it loud. Let's do it proud. All right, so we've got a few things here to talk about. So I'm going to have to reposition a few things. But we're going to kick into some of the news that we had. Actually, let's do this the other way around. Let's do this right around. All right, so we're going to go to the main stuff. Let's get it. Don't forget to share the show. There's the link there. Share the show on X. Just hit the repost button. It takes you a second to do that, so appreciate it. All right, so Richard Hart posted this 4 hours ago. Next week, there should be 700,000 LCD tablets. Let's say that again. Next week, there should be 700,000 LCD tablets, either the promo iPads, let's say, have been donated to charity, but not yet given away. Okay, so they've been donated, but not yet given away. So the people that are expected to see it, the people that we want to see it, not yet received it yet. 100,000 were already given away, so 100,000 have gone out by now, which is fantastic. So we've got a really good update there. And of course, that's out of the hive, isn't it, in California, the warehouses. That's about $10.5 million of value at retail prices. How about that? $10.5 million of value at retail prices. So this is very important, very important. So I want to talk about this. Some people out there in the community go, you don't need promotion. Have you heard those guys? And some of them are influencers. They go, oh, you don't need promotion. Well, you do need promotion. Richard Hart leads in promotion. And so much so, we got something equivalent to $10.5 million. So you have to get out there and promote. There's a lot of teams out there go, oh, I don't need to do promotion, don't need to do promotion. You do. And it's just a part of life, unfortunately. That's just the way it goes. So very important there. Should they sell some to find outreach? Should they sell some to find outreach? Well, they probably were going to do that anyway. How can you help them? How can you help get them where they will make a positive impact on the world? A couple of questions from Richard. So Richard has clearly said that when he's asking questions, he wants constructive feedback. He doesn't want this, off-topic stuff. So we already learned that yesterday. The messaging alongside the device is totally vital, and the impact of the device on the world will be directly tied to the impact of the messaging alongside it. I think 200,000 of them might have magnets for sticking on refrigerators. So some of them got extra features there. Magnets on fridges are pretty popular. There. Getting them in the right hands is a free promotional billboard. Getting them in the right hands, especially for mums, I think, especially for mums and children. Yeah. And a few dad mums. Dad mums. We got getting them in the right hands. Getting them in the right hands, or having some great mechanics alongside them would make the outreach more effective. There we go. So getting in the right hands, we agree with that, and or having some great mechanics alongside them would make them outreach more effective. Just handing out free devices randomly doesn't work. I've seen YouTubers doing lots of raffles, so I guess raffles work. What else might work? So there we go. That is from Richard Hart. It's kind of cool. And these are some of the boogie board stores where they sell some of these variants of these iPads, scribble boards. So there we go. Now, that's the retail prices, of course, he's talking about there, not the cost price will be the case. It'll be retail prices and not cost price. So cost price, you got to get a manufacturer somewhere in Southeast Asia or somewhere and manufacture them out. All right, so Richard Hart says, and the pictures are just random pictures of similar smaller devices for sale at stables. I don't think we have stables in New Zealand, so it's very much an American firm there. We've got a number of influencers responding there: Crypto7, DJ Cryptomatic, Hex Lotus, Polskin Store, Nick Hillman, PulseChain Stats. So lots of influencers and community members jumping in there. Prairie Banana, Johnny Chaos. So lots of feedback there from the peeps. So we'll give that a little like. I'll give that a repost as well. All right, so that is Richard Hart, and bam, that is the start of the show on the old PulseChain. Now, Richard Hart, for those that are new, he is the founder of PulseChain, and of course, Hex. Hex, of course, was one of the top 5 coins in the last bull market, and we're expecting pretty magical things moving in the future as well. All right, let's jump over to some of the other stuff that we saw yesterday. So we saw this yesterday from CryptoSolve about all this Ethereum from the PulseChain sacrifice moving. And so, yeah, bit of cash flowing today. Movements through Tornado Cash, bullish. And of course, there are hundreds of ETH going through, thousands of ETH going through. And so, yeah, I think it was like 5,500 ETH or something like that. And you can see that's worth, $25 million, I think. $25 million. And that's going for Tornado Cash. Now, will it show up when it show up? I can't even speak properly. When will it show up on PulseChain? Who knows? We'll find out. Could be tomorrow. Could be a month away. Could be we'll see. We'll see what happens. When will it be activated? When it will get activated? We'll find out. So that is some of the cool stuff that's could be happening. So we already got that 4 million or so that came in a couple of months back. So it could be things are in the mode. Now, what's it going to be used for exactly? We'll find out. It could be used for some fractionalized protocol. It could be used for market buying. We shall see. So that's pretty exciting, guys. Pretty exciting. So keep mum's the word on that. Go Pulse. Let's get to the market results. We got day 879 since PulseChain launched. PulseChain was a full system state fork of Ethereum on the 10th of May 2023. Remember that because I'm going to talk about it later on. And then launched on the 13th of May 2023. And now we're 879 days later. There we go. Pulse at the moment, quadruple 0326, is pretty much flat, just down very slightly at 33% of the mean sacrifice price. PulseX at the moment is at quadruple 0214, is actually up 1.13%, so a little green there. And the buy and burn is at 7.85% is now bought up and burned. But hey, look, at that quadruple 0214, we're only at 21.4% of the mean sacrifice price. So, good accumulation value right there. Incentive token right now, $1.31 is up slightly, just a very tad on the upside. And Hex at the moment is still down 3.61% on PulseChain, sitting at 71/100th of a penny. So if you want to pick up Hex, remember it was one of the 5 top coins from the last bull market and did 10,000x. We've got eHex at the moment at 28/100th of a penny, just down slightly from its little bullish move yesterday on the BankX news, I guess. It is at 28/100th of a penny there, down from 3/10 of a penny. Combined price of eHex and PX has just dropped below 1 cent at 99/100th of a penny, or let's say 995 thousandths of a penny. I think that's it. I think that's right. Crazy numbers, man. Crazy numbers. All right, so let's go to the gas prices and have a check of that out. So we're at 1.5 million beats, so it's a little bit higher than we've normally had, but probably almost twice as high, actually. 2 cents there is the swap value at the moment on PulseX. Validators, we got 53,054 validators, just up very slightly from yesterday, from memory. And then we got Bridge there at 112.4 million. Obviously, that's down because eHex is down. So there we go. That's gone down from 115 down to 112.4 million there. So that's where we are right now. I'm going to take a snapshot of that, actually. So let's do that because that's a nice little low to take it off. And I'm going to replace our old snapshot so that we can compare that later on. Let's do that. So take a little snapshot and we'll see how we get on in the next 2 weeks, right? Because we're currently, let me just do the snapshot first. We're currently the 8th of October, so that would get us towards the end of October. And of course, October is Uptober month. And will we get some magic happen? Will we get capital flows and PulseChain starting to move up higher during the October, because it is October month. So keep a lookout for that. And we've had maybe some of that. You just never know. So maybe some of that ETH does manage to push the chain up higher. All right, that is pretty much it. Let's jump over to the markets. Markets at the moment 19.5 million, so not too bad on the volume. Not great, but not bad. We typically been down around 12 mil, and so yeah, 9.5 mil. We've got some moves at the moment. Now, not endorsing any of these new coins. We're just going through what's trending right now on the deck screen view. And we've got this BARI token, been around for 7 hours, I guess. It's up 776%. We got Peacock right now, the big meme coin, is continuing its run, and we called that, and it looked bullish. So there is 70%. So that is looking very good. Let's have a look at the chart, and that is the daily chart there, looking pretty good, isn't it? So nice little run there. It had a nice run and then pulled back a little bit, and then is up again pretty strongly today. So 36, not bad there. Very cool. All right, so that is still got room to run on the RSI too. It's only at 66, so very, very powerful move there. Let's jump back. What else do we got? The Zero Trust, up 51%. Pretty big move from Zero Trust as well, and we can see that chart there on the move. 3300th of a penny. It looks very similar to the old Peacock chart there for some reason. We got Top Hat as well from Crypto Coffee is up 14.6%. A nice little increase in volume there, actually. See that increase in volume and a very big pump today from 1100th of a penny to 1300th of a penny there. So Top Hat doing pretty well. What else we got going here? We got ARK. The ARK been around for over a month, up 11%. Very low volume, but it's up. And I guess good to see Surf making a bit of a break to the upside from Crypto Paradise. And that had that chart's been running down. Obviously, the sentiment on PulseChain's been running down too, but that chart's been running down for quite some time. But we have managed to bounce off 4900th of a penny, and we're up at 5500. So a nice little green day there for Surf. And we know that they're about to kick off their marketing. They're obviously the other big daily crypto show that does covers PulseChain, and they did a fantastic job. That's Nick, Nate, and Amaru. They run a couple of different investment opportunities through the DAO as well, which have been doing very, very well. And they're right on the front of the information there. So big shout out to them. Good little pickup zone there, probably for Surf. What else we got there? X right now, up 5%. Unity, just obviously adjusting in phase 2, as I call it, at $1.06, and that's up 4% right now. Peppy at the moment, the main coin, pump tires is up 3.9%. 9mm is up 3.4% at 1 cent. A little bit controversial, but also has the SolidX volume holding that whole. Not 9mm, so it's not controversial. 9 inches controversial, but 9mm is doing pretty well, up 3.4% there. 1 cent, sort of stuck around 1 cent, but it's going to probably blow up at some stage. Source and Minimal looking pretty good, up 3%. And of course, this is the corporate on the old PulseChain, the food corporate, and this is at 4.4 cents, I should say. So not bad there. Getting ready to rumble now. That's the weekly chart, by the way. What else we got going? UFO up 1.7%. SolidX up a little bit. So SolidX is actually in the title of the video today because we're going to be covering SolidX in XGames. So that's was actually up a bit more earlier. So it's just tapered off just a little bit there in the last hour. But $5.70 and making a little bit of a comeback there. $1.80. No, not $1. Up 1.8%, I should say, at $5.11. Incentive token is in the mix there too. Doubt token number 18 at 1.6%, and then we get the PulseX, SolidX, still more SolidX pairs. Ape and Pulse at number 23 at 1.1%. So that's pretty much everything over 1% right now. Most is in the green. GoFizz is in the green. Time Dividends in the green. Liberty's in the green. Most in surgical trainers flat, pretty much flat. So that's pretty much it. Everything else is kind of out of the money. Let me just scroll down here. I just wanted to look at something in particular. XGame, of course, had a bit of profit taking, down 6%, but still holding up pretty well. And that is the chart right there. So that is the daily chart. Yeah, daily chart. So we had quite a bit of volume coming in here as well on these charts. Let me look at the. That's a small liquidity pool. I was wondering what that was there. Where's the other pair? Is that the pair? Yeah, it's the bigger one. Yeah, let's look at the bigger one. So there's the pulse pair, and you can see that yeah, we've had quite a bit of profit taking here. This is an hourly chart. So yeah, we got pushed down about 1.6 cents, back up at just almost 1.8 cents. Now at the moment, this is kind of in private testing, but we are look forward to this launching in the next couple of days, no doubt. So keep an eye out on the old XGame. Probably within let's see, how many days? Probably maybe, well, actually it's going to go to public testing, and then we'll probably have it launched. So maybe in a week or something like that. Maybe we'll see it in a week. Let's see how we go with the old XGame. So that means, means that we could get a bit more sell pressure on there, and of course we are seeing SolidX moving up. So we might see capital flow back. If capital flowed out of SolidX into XGame, maybe it flows back in to SolidX from XGame there. We'll see. It's going to be interesting. All right, so that's pretty much it. We've got a few other ones down here. Obviously, Breer's down, waiting for Coinwell and Coinaki. Teddy Takeover, obviously, and Vouch, of course, the number one validator on PulseChain. Let's have a quick look at that. That's down at 4 zeros, 3,500. So yeah, we'll see where that lands. Obviously, number one validator. Once the sentiment on Pulse turns around with the Pulse chart, this could turn around pretty fast. So we'll keep a lookout for that. But at the moment, that's not the case. So there we go. But they're still adding validators, no doubt. That's the old Vouch. I guess it's essentially a blue chip now, because it's number one validator, right? So it's probably considered blue chip. It's got the same sort of taxes as PGC the Greys, isn't it, as well? All right, that leads us into some of the news. So we've got XGame soon launching on BNB chain, the fastest block time we've experienced so far. Playing on chain feels incredibly smooth. Currently in final testing, GLI certified and provably fair, and that is from them. But I think it's probably probably in a week launch, given the fact that they've still got this closed testing and public testing, which will be short, and then go live. So let's give it about a week to launch, and it's going to be on Telegram too. This is a big deal. XGame, potentially the viral game that PulseChain's been looking for, and of course has 30% referrals as well. So it could be pretty huge. So this is if you've been waiting for it, so have I. This could be one, and I think there's a second game out there, or second project out there, could be pretty good too. So we'll keep a lookout for that. That is XGame right now, and that was a response to CZ, of course. Keep building on BNB. There we go. So kind of cool. Crypto Rambo in there, Vietnam. XGame on BNB. Now it's going to be on BNB, PulseChain, and BaseChain as the three chains, which is pretty cool. So that is XGame. It could be massive. Of course, that's from Firewell, the big whale on PulseChain, along with Rackle Michelle. But let's get into the next one, and that is Gladiator Games, which is out and about and just going from strength to strength. This is the first full tier 1 game that we've got on PulseChain that's operating fully, and it's not waiting for anything to launch, basically. We do have, obviously, Mafia out there waiting for the final stages, like killing and things like that. But Gladiator Games is already out there, and people are already making crypto gains, right? So last week, they did $775 of giveaways, but this week it is ramping up in 2 ways, actually. So now last weekend was $775 in prizes plus in-game assets. This week it has gone up to $1,400, so it's an 80% increase in the rewards of this week. So Gladiator Games going from strength to strength. Jason is the founder, and he's in Telegram all the time. And first place prize now is now $400. So I think last week it was $200 for tournament 4. Tournament 5 this weekend is going to be $400, and then second place is $300. Third place is $200, and then get the fourth and fifth place $100. And then 6th to 9th place, $50, and 10th to 15th place, $10 there. And then legendary gear, which is very valuable gear in the game, is going to be for place 16 to number 25. So 25 winners in the game. Isn't that amazing? So 15 cash winners and 10 in-game winners there. Pretty amazing. So yeah, the arena doesn't forgive weakness. Prepare your gladiators the bloodbath begins Friday. Yeah. So basically, what you got to do is really, particularly if you're new, not if you've been around for a while. I don't know what I did to the chart there, but it's probably gone. I just stretched it out. But you've got to, generally, particularly if you're new, you got to get in at the beginning of the week and start training your Gladiator. You can buy them, and apparently there's going to be some new stuff coming down the line very quickly. So it could be pretty exciting. There's lots of new innovations coming to the game soon too, including in the Senate, and that's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, keep a lookout for that. And the guilds are coming as well. So that's going to be pretty awesome. So lots of cool responses there. The game is growing fast. Be early. You guys are all early soon at the moment. Hexway says some guy named Bill seems to have a monopoly on the winnings. Yeah, he's a full-on gamer. That's why he's an insane gamer. He's spending all his life on the game. So there are going to be those full-on gamers that will be competing for the top prizes. But I think 2 weeks ago I won legendary gear, and then last week I got in and I won one of the prizes. I think finally got a cash prize. I think it was $25, and this week I don't know, I might be in a chance of the $50, $100, maybe even the $200. We'll see how we go there. I'll have to make sure that my Gladiator is up to speed. Up to speed there. All right, so that is Gladiator Games coming, but Gladiator Games is getting so popular they've decided to do a midweek tournament as well. So this is for the real hardcores, I guess. But midweek tournament kicks off at 7 p.m. CST time, and that's $50 is up for grabs for that one. So it's expanding all the time. Gladiator Games, got a midweek tournament now, and even more cash prizes. So pretty awesome. Pretty awesome to see that. So yeah, pretty good. Look at that. Everyone's in there. Give them a little likes. So that is Gladiator Games, guys. I guess I should probably give you the link to it so you guys can go check them out. But that's Gladiator Games. I always say get into Telegram. That's the place to be. Telegram is the heart of the community there. You definitely want to get in there. I'll be in there, of course. You guys know I love gaming. I'm not as hardcore gaming as Bill, but I certainly am. I like gaming, and you guys have seen me play. I'll be playing this weekend. We're going to play on live stream this weekend. How about that for the tournament? So yeah, we'll try and do a whole session on there. But that is cool, and there's lots of cool stuff there. So yeah, the prizes are looking good. That's the prizes there, looking pretty damn good, isn't it? All right, so big shout out to Gladiators, and I'll see you guys on the battlefield. I'll see you guys on the battlefield. All right, so the next big thing, of course, was X1, right? X1 has launched, and this is not PulseChain now, so we're moving away to X1, which is a Solana fork, but it has all the latest technology, bells and whistles. So it should be like Solana on steroids. And of course, X1 has launched, and I put out a post yesterday about some of the highlights. So we're going to go through those. The X1 endpoint, I got asked this yesterday by somebody in the chat. Well, the link to the mainnet is rpc.mainnet.x1.xyz. That's the X1 X point there. The validators at the time were 227. That's gone up dramatically since then. So we're going to talk about that in a minute. The block explorer is explorer.mainnet.x1.xyz, and there is a third-party explorer there, explorer40blocks.com. That's also a third-party explorer. Active validators or active staking. It's going to be 1 billion XNT coins. Now NXT, I should say, is the fee coin. Hopefully I spelled that right. Is the fee coin for the chain. XN. I think it's the other way around. Is it XN? Maybe I got that wrong there. Maybe I got that. Did I get that wrong? XNT. Yeah, we'll go check it out. But key metrics, of course, over 1,000 transactions per second. Max TPS 15,700, which is massive, right? They're really, really good. And average block times a fraction of a second. Look at that, 0.03 seconds. So pretty awesome. That is some of the summaries there. And then since then, we've had Jack Levin give us updates. So he's the founder, of course. We call him the Vampire. And this time he's vampiring Solana. Vampiring Solana this time. We got 7 hours ago, over 424 nodes join X1 mainnet overnight. So massive, right? Massive increase in validators. And of course, getting in early on these chains is generally always amazing. You generally always do super, super duper well. So if you want to set up, validators, you can get a server on Interserve if you don't have your own dedicated computers to be a server. And then you'll have to choose one that has Ubuntu software, and then you can then go through the steps of setting up a validator to get access on there. I don't know whether the snapshot was on Monday. So I'm not sure how that works regarding new validators, but they do have this verification process right now, which is automatic, so you can get up to that speed on that. But that was kind of cool. So massive validators. Everyone knows you need a lot of validators to run the chain nice and smooth, and you got to reward them, of course. So that's pretty much, I think that was the highlight there. Yeah. Oh, the other one was the XDEX will be up and running. That is the next phase. So XDEX will be up and running on XMainnet after deployment and testing. So see you there. So at the moment, obviously, got to get the chain running smooth with all the validators. So you want to ramp up those validators. Number two, they're going to get the DEX, which is going to be XDEX, which X1 bought, right? They bought from Jason, another Jason this time. And so that's exciting. And XDEX is going to be the big place. It's going to be, I also think where, if you've been doing, so one side of it, of course, is, let's pull this up a little bit, explain this a little bit more. Let's go to X1 Val, so as you can see all the validators operating around the world. And here they are. So, particularly Europe and North America and a few other places around the world, a few other continents. But you can see all the operators, all the validators operating down the bottom here, earning got their credits and the rest of it. But this is the proof of stake side, right? You got to stake your XNT coins, and then you can delegate to validators as well and earn some yield. But XDEX is coming, and that's going to be really cool because that's going to help with ZenBlocks. So ZenBlocks is the other side of X1, right? So that is the proof of work side, and people have been able to do ZenBlocks for a long time. And those coins will become real when they're basically available for XDEX. So when XDEX is up, you'll be able to use your coins from ZenBlocks. I don't know if I've got ZenBlocks up on here. Let me just pull up ZenBlocks. So this is the proof of work side. Let me pull up the side of this. There's a couple of sites for this, of course, but I'm just going to bring up sort of the official one. And this is ZenBlocks, and the leaderboard right now with the proof of works element of the X1 blockchain. You can see at the top there, ZenBlocks is the proof of work element. There are how many? There are 64 million blocks that have been running for ages. People are able to mine this. You can use Vast AI or some other server operator like Interserve potentially. You have to have the right setup templates or whatever. And of course, I've done a video on that, so that's you can find that on the channel, on the YouTube channel, and you can go set that up today. And it only takes like 5-10 minutes. And at the moment, there's currently 346 miners operating on ZenBlocks and so forth. So it's kind of cool. Now, what you earn here is you earn XNM tokens essentially, and you earn there's two other specialty tokens as well. But XNM is kind of the main one there, and that's going to be operating on the old XDEX, right? Which I don't know if I've put that up either. So let me just go find that. So that is kind of cool. So XDEX, and so that's the next big thing to be launching, and we're excited about it. So let's go to the website for that. Now, this was on testnet, but now it is testnet is not operating anymore because obviously they're deploying on the mainnet. So this is the DEX that's going to be operating, and it's very exciting. So it's going to have swapping, it's going to have liquidity pools. So everyone's familiar with that. It's going to have farming, which if you've been on there testing farming, I've been testing farming on there for quite a while, since day one actually. And they got stake XDEX. You can stake XDEX on there. Obviously ValiStakes, which is a way of delegating, right? So you can delegate into their validator, and it's a way of earning XNT, which is the main fee coin, right? So you can do that. You're going to be able to mint your own tokens, which people have been doing, and minting your own. So basically, mint your own tokens on there. But they do have a launch pad. We'll get to it in a minute. And then of course they've got a portfolio tracker as well with all your activities on the DEX. So this is the next big thing, and it's going to be pretty quick, probably within the next day or two even. We'll see. We'll see how fast they can deploy, but they are deploying it at the moment, so it could be pretty fast. And what else? We've got the launchpad, which is the other part. So they've got a launchpad, which is called DGen. And I think this is already operating on Solana chain, but we're operating on X1 too. And so pretty exciting. And people will be able to launch that. So a bit like Pump Tires and Pump.fun and all that sort of stuff. So DGen operating. So that's going to be pretty popular also, right? So kind of cool. There's some so the X system, it's going to have a DEX, going to have a big launch pad. The DEX is pretty full, pretty full offering, as we saw. It's got all everything you need. So yeah, big deal. So yeah, Taxenian says X1 for the win. Absolutely looking good. XDex looks sweet as well. Yeah, Jason's doing a good job there. So you can use what kind of wallets can you use? Well, they're going to have a built-in wallet that you're going to be able to use. But I think you can. I think they've at the moment on testnet they've been using a backpack wallet. But also I think Rab is okay. So hopefully something like that. But they will have an inbuilt wallet in regards. So it's pretty cool. So that's kind of some of the cool stuff. There are third-party ways of delegating as well to validators. So there's ones out there like that. Ripper Pool is one of them. I think Ripper Pool, where you can do liquid delegating of XNT coin. So there will be a few coins, XNT, XNM, things like that, and they're all going to be in pools together, trading as well. So you'll find if you go to provide liquidity, there'll be pools on that. I think we can actually find some. Let's go look for the main coin here, XNT. Maybe it doesn't show up on that. I don't know what the XNT. Oh, this is on Solana. It's probably like showing Solana. Yeah. So they will have XNT stuff like that. I think this is just defaulting to Solana. That's why it's got XDex, but it doesn't have XDex. Let me spell properly. I don't know what I'm doing there. let me spell properly. XDex, yeah, Sol XDex. Yeah, I just think because I'm on a Solana here, it's not on X1. So once X1 gets loaded up, that will be all good. Yeah, it's on testnet there. So, but that gives you the idea. And we'll have those trading pairs. And so everyone's excited about that. So that's coming back next. And some of the highlights here from Jason, the dev of XDex. 100,000 plus strong community, 400 validators, native DEX and Launchpad, builder shipping every day. So pretty cool there. All right, so that's some of the cool stuff there. Did I cover everything? We covered all that. This third-party Explorer is really cool. So we'll have a look at the Explorers. So let's have a look at both of them. Let's have a look at the official Explorer. This is the official Explorer, explorer.mainnet.x1. You can see that there's 375 million active stakes. Now, I think it comes from a central deployer and then got given out to the teams. The validating, the people that are leading the validating. They've got all this different stats there. So it's kind of cool. They've got the validators in there. Takes a second to load, but they've got the validators and their rank order active stake. So apparently the top one's got 133 million XNT coins. Then you've got the supply in there as well. So the total supply is going to be just over 1 billion when it's all said and done. Got an inspector there as well, and you can see the mainnet there. So that's the official Explorer at the moment. I'm sure that will get bigger, more information. And then the next one is, of course, the Explorer.4blocks one. This is really cool. It's got heaps of info. Look at this stuff here. And you can see the active values at the moment, 434. So yesterday when I did this update, there was 227, which was pretty amazing. But now there's 434 active validators or total validators there. Active validators 418, slightly lower. 16 inactive. Total stake 375 million. So those validators are staking that. What else have we got in here that's interesting? Or down here, you've got the different validators. What else do we have? We have dashboard. That's the validator tab. So you've got different tabs here. Validator map. That's your map. Staking. Stake with Forder blocks, so you can actually stake with them as well. Premier validator. What would happen when you do that? I guess you click on that. 414. Okay, not working at the moment. But we'll go to the dashboard. This is the dashboard, and it gives you all the key things: the current slot, the network time, the epoch that you're in. So epochs are quite long, and there's 216 slots in every epoch there. And then the slot index, so we're on 13 still, 5.4% the way through epoch 4, 13, and 216 slots per epoch, etc. What else? So that's kind of some of the cool stuff there. Health score 89%. We have some key metrics though. So current TPS or transactions per second, 735. So pretty awesome per second, guys. And we got average TPS there, 652. Max is at 15,721. So imagine that per second. And then block times 0.03 seconds. So super duper fast there. And expected to have no downtime, no doubt. like Solana had, and therefore be pretty awesome. So that's going to be fun. So again, the validator's up and running. So validator is one way you can earn income there, and of course we're expecting Zen blocks to then get a benefit too with XNM. So not XNT but XNM, and their other two coins, and that will benefit from once XDEX is up. So that's all that Zen blocks is waiting for XDEX to jump up, and then it's going to open up all this economic activity on top of X1. So at the moment, validating is the main thing, but all this is about to be unleashed once XDEX launches. Pretty exciting, and of course that will also be DGen as well, the launchpad. Meme coin season and whatever else. And of course, don't forget, people will be able to stake, put Solana in. Those profits will be fed into X1 as well. So it's a bit like a vampire a little bit, but it's pretty commonplace, these sort of tricks these days. So kind of cool. So that's some of the cool stuff there coming out. That's a quick overview. Hopefully I did it justice. Justice for America. Zen blocks at the moment. So Zen at the moment had a little bit of pump, just had a bit of profit taking today. It rallied from let's say 7 zeros 2600, rallied all the way up to 7 zeros 3800. So had a nice little pump there, and some people excited. Now the talk of the town, I still see something from Trayvon. I don't know whether it's been confirmed that a couple of weeks from now maybe Zen will get the burn parties. They're expected at some stage. And so Zen, keep a lookout for Zen, no doubt. At the moment, it's at 7 zeros 3300. So there we go, a bit of profit taking today. That is the old Zen. Moving to Trees, which is one of the two more consistent influences on the covering X and Zen and everything. Trees, of course, does a great job educating and everything else. He's put out a few posts here as well. He's got 3 validators, 2 of them are online already. So yeah, he's been posting out about this. X1 delegation program begins. That was 23 hours ago. We're currently working on setting up the DEX, which was everyone's looking forward to, because that will really get economic activity going on the chain. Tree says 2 of my 3 validators are now online. I goofed up the identity on the 3rd one, so I must wait for another epoch, which is 216,000 slots. Remember, staked for dinner. Yeah, so well done to him. Burn Zen and Hashhead are his 2 validators, so doing great there. I think you can actually delegate with him too. Zenzu, which is one of the developers, along with sort of Jack Levin's BFF, and Zenzu there. 100% uptime. Yeah, so pretty cool there from Sinzu. I don't know if he's got any other stuff actually on here. 12 hours ago. No. He hasn't said too much himself. Just reposting. Execute's made a joke about why is Richard getting ready to buy X1 with the old ETH there. That's funny. That is kind of cool. So yeah, we've got XNT, which is the main fee coin. XNM, of course, which is the proof of work on the Zen blocks. That will get benefit when XDEX launches. Should all show up, I think, is the way it's supposed to work. So keep a lookout for that. And then people will be able to go farming and DeFi incoming and all that. So we'll have, I think it has Eigenlay and stuff, so people will be able to stake, other coins from other chains, earn XNT, I think it is, and things like that. So I think all that sort of stuff is going to be happening. So keep a key eye out. Keep a keen eye out on that. I think that's everything at the moment. I think we did it. Guys. I think we did it. We'll try and keep you updated as stuff goes, and especially when XDEX opens up. For those that are not validating, XDEX is the next big thing, next big opportunity there. And first full fork of first fork of Solana. So as far as I'm aware, so it's a big game changer. And of course, we know how valuable Solana is. So let's see how valuable X1 becomes. All right, that is fun. How are we doing for time? 49 minutes. Man, I did so fast today. I thought that I was taking ages. So that's pretty cool. Keep a lookout for that. Now, I was just trying to remember the other coins that you earn. Let me just quickly pull it up. There's special blocks that you earn with Zen blocks. You can still mine Zen blocks. So it's going to be interesting. Let me see if I can find it. Let me So there's super blocks, right? Super blocks, they're pretty rare, like 1 in 600 blocks or something is a super block. Everyone's after those. Apparently, they're originally going to be used as like multipliers and for staking to earn, I think, XNT. So you can stake your XNM tokens was the idea, and then you get XNT. So I believe that's still in play. If it's not, then we'll find out. But that was the understanding. And that the super block would be, and they're pretty rare, like 1 in 600 blocks or something as a super block when you're Zen block mining. And so yeah, there's been 2 halvings now for Zen blocks. So Zen blocks is getting rarer and rarer to mine with the halvings. But yeah, let me just wait. I'm just waiting for the other. Then there's another token as well that you get as well when you're Zen block mining. But you can see the leaderboard. Some pretty big heavyweights here. I think some of these are Chinese miners. And then further down to bottom here, you get a few of the big influencers. They're in the top 90 to 150 or something. So you get a couple of those guys, and so on. So some of the early OGs, as it were. I'm still waiting for this thing to come up. There's one other. I've just forgotten it off the top of my head. That's why I'm having to cheat. Have to bring it up. So yeah, it's a pretty big deal. Brand new, and of course, blockchain. First fork of Solana, and could be pretty exciting where this goes from here. Well worth checking out if you're looking for those big moves in this bull market cycle. That's what you want to get, something that's got a relatively low base. Does have some big, keys, validated players and Zen block miners, but it'll be interesting to see. Presumably, hopefully, most of them will anchor themselves as long-term holders. So we shall see. Proof is in the pudding. Stop eating pudding. No, that's kidding. All right, so that is where we are. I'm still waiting for it to come up. It's still not come up yet. I'm over on ZenBlocks. In fact, ZenPub is really great. If you guys have been to ZenPub, it's kind of the data center for Zen and X1, no doubt. So let's have a quick look at that. You can find all the details on it. And it's from ZenPub. They're really professional, like really set the standard, which is great to see. And so there's you got to have good informational support, right? It's a bit like Mike Dean for Titanx. It was fantastic. He was critical in information providing. Well, you've also got this here for Zen. So in X1, no doubt they'll be supporting all that. So pretty awesome. You can see how impressive this is. Pretty impressive, right? And I'm still waiting for my blocks to come up, but that is how impressive it is. Really, really impressive. They got so many data sheets here. It's crazy that you can add. The Zen dashboard there. You can see all the different chains that Zen launched on. Look at them all. So they've got to wait for the Zen party, right? So that they can get burn their tokens for the XN1 auctions. Is the way I understand it's going to work. And you get credits. They're going to have a credit system there, so you'll be able to burn it. Use your credits up at any time. Presumably, if that's the way they're still going to be doing it. It looks like we've got the thing here. So yeah, when you do Zen block mining, you earn XNT. You earn XUni blocks as well, and so you get Zenium, you get XUni, and you get super blocks. I think that's the way. Yeah, the Zenium, XNM, XUni blocks, and you get super blocks. If you're lucky, super blocks pretty hard to get. Like I say, 1 in 600, 1 in 700 blocks or something like that. So that is pretty much it on the stream. I think we're going to wrap up there. We've got a few more comments, have we? So that's pretty much it. Hope you guys got up to speed with that. I think that's. We've got no comments on it except for Zenium. Zenium. XDEX looks sweet, does indeed. Excited about that. I think it's going to be great. And when you're in crypto, it's good to have diversification in portfolio. Obviously, we love PulseChain. We're PulseChain maxis. We're Hex maxis. But of course, we're in crypto, and crypto offers tons of opportunities, and it's always good to have a broad play. And X1 definitely looks like a great candidate for that, especially at the beginning and during the bull market cycle too. It's got to be pretty good. So launch time, perfecto, numero October Q4, perfect timing. You can't ask better than for that. So I think any project that's launched in the last 2 months is pretty much launched around best timing. And so it's going to be pretty exciting where we go from here. All right, I think we're going to finish the show there. We've got a great number of people watching, however, but I've run out of content, and that's the way it goes. Can we do better than that? I think we can. But we'll bring out the magical twinkle. And hope you guys have enjoyed the show. Catch you again tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, exciting times ahead, I think. We got some pretty bullish moves. Should I summarize them quickly? Yeah, let's do it. So we got all that big ETH moving, that $25 million of ETH, PulseChain SAC moving, going through Tornado Cash. What will happen with that? Question mark. We still got that 4.5 million, I think, from a couple of months back sitting around there as well. So let's see what happens. We've still got obviously the PulseChain SAC sitting there with 166,000 ETH going up in value as ETH goes up in value. We're expecting a big run into the quarter of this year, and that could hit into well in excess of $1 billion. So going to be fun to see that. Yeah, if we 2x from here, then it's $1.5 billion. So it's pretty exciting. We got the big whales are launching on PulseChain. We've got XGame probably a week away, based on information I have. Obviously, I'm not the guy launching it, but that's based on the information. A week. So XGame potentially could be the first viral game, not only on PulseChain but multi-chain, but bring back value into PulseChain, which is pretty awesome from Firewhale. And then, of course, the game itself is cool. It's a crash game, the first one. They're going to have multiple games, but crash game. And then we've got Gladiator games starting to blow up every week, getting bigger and stronger, and double the prizes. So something for people that want to earn crypto and play games. It's perfect. And everyone loves Rome. Apparently, all the guys thinking about Rome. I don't know if I think about Rome all the time, but I am now because I'm playing the game. But yeah, we got that. We got then we got Rack and Rochelle coming up with Coinwell and Coinarchy. And of course, I'm excited about both of them. Coinwell will be a blue chip offering. Potentially could lead into NASDAQ listing, could lead into the White House and institutional listing. I just don't know. Rackham's teased some of that. We'll see what happens. It's a world of opportunity. And then, of course, Coinarchy is going to have Battle of the Memes. And I'm really looking forward to that. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I think that's going to be one of the great things on PulseChain if we can get meme communities really getting good at meming. I still think we've very early days on the meme communities. And I don't think, if we've got 100 memes, 100, maybe 50 meme communities, I'm only expecting, maybe five of those communities to be any good. But I still think, there's a lot of upside there. So meme communities, because with memes, you got to do it all the time. You got to be creative. You got to be consistent. And that's not easy. So I'm not saying it's easy. But I think the best memes will win. If you meme, you will win, kind of thing. So what does I always say? He who memes wins. I think that's kind of what I put on there. But yeah, I'm excited about that, and I think the battle of the memes on Coinarchy could really help with that because I think the winning one, and presumably let's say weekly, gets some of their token supply burned from profits from Coinwell. So if that all stays in place, I don't know. It's not 100%. Nothing's 100% guaranteed, but that was the indication. Then that could be huge for meme coins and get the more people that meme, the more marketing there is, particularly out on X, right, which is looks like the main marketplace at the moment for PulseChain and crypto generally. So yeah, could be pretty exciting. And no doubt, surely X is going to have a crypto wallet soon, and obviously Doge will be in there, but lots of cryptos will be fighting for attention in that space with the crypto wallet on X. So yeah, it'll be fun. What else? So yeah, we've got the big whales launching. We've got Richard Hart on the move. We've got promotions and marketing. We've got lots of devs out there doing what devs do, building. And we've got promotions out there as well. So it's pretty exciting. I know that Frank White is enjoying adding new projects to his Pulse Start, which is pretty awesome. In fact, let's have a quick look at that, shall we? Just to show you how big PulseChain is getting. PLS Start Me. And let's post that in the chat there just to show you guys to see. PulseChain is on the move. It's growing, and we need to continue to do that, of course. Let's go to the map. So this is PulseChain. It's getting bigger and bigger. And you guys that have seen this from the beginning will know that this map is getting bigger and bigger and bigger all the time. And we're getting some really good quality projects too. So, not everything is quality, but we're getting more and more quality projects launching all the time. And that's pretty exciting. So big shout out to Frank White. He's doing a great job there. I'll post the link to that in the chat. And given that X1's just launched, they're probably going to maybe get something like this at the beginning as well, and slowly add to that as well. Maybe Frank White will start that one. I don't know, who knows? But that's pretty awesome. So yeah, lots of fun, guys. Look, all those different things. We've got Dexes, bridges. The bridges, of course, is going through an absolute boom right now. With Hyperlane and Change now, and what else? Ramp now, Liberty Swap, of course. It's a real boom time in the old bridges on PulseChain right now. That's boom time business. What else we got that's going pretty well? Some of the farmings have been consistent. We've got a good 7 farms, I would say, doing pretty well. Offering innovations at the frontier, really doing stuff. We had recently Nexian and Axel, really pioneering some really new features, which has been pretty amazing with 10x leverage. So big shout out to those teams. Peer-to-peer lending, all that sort of stuff. So it's been pretty neat. NFTs a bit sleepy right now, right? But NFTs could have their time in the sun, including 404s, right? 404 contracts. So I think that waves is coming later in the piece, once we get a bit of movement on. Block explorers, we know there's a little bit of stuff happening around those. Probably see a little bit of around that. What else have we seen that's been pretty interesting? We've been seeing some utility plays like PulseChain sort of sneaking up there, been kind of neat. So there's lots of cool things happening in the space. And then of course we've got obviously all the stuff we've been talking about recently. We are waiting for some other key utilities like Tetra and Signum. Of course, we're waiting for that. So come on, Stu. Come on, Stu. Get that over the line. That'd be very, very important. And of course, that unleash other opportunities like PUSD, ALGO, and stuff like that. So keep a tab on that. Let's see if we can get that out before the end of the year. That'd be cool. That's our saying. Not 2 more weeks, but out before the end of the year. We're friendly here. We're friendly. A couple of months, obviously. All right, so that's kind of the play there. That is a PLS start in PulseChain. As you can see, ecosystem is getting bigger and bigger and bigger because this has grown a lot since I first looked at it. So, Frank White's doing a great job in there, and he was in the chat here earlier. In fact, he was in first. There we go. Bang, bang, PulseChain. All right, so that is the link there to the site for PulseChain ecosystem. And always double check your links as always, but Frank White does a great job there. Good times. All right, we're up to an hour and 2 minutes. I think we'll finish there. I said I was going to finish like 5 minutes ago, but had to cover this. So congratulations, Jack Levin, on the X1 launch and Sun Tzu and all the team. It's going to be a lot of fun to ride that train, and also PulseChain, with a lot of big moves happening right now. And the prices are as friendly as I think they're going to get to get in there. So but you do what you want, but it looks pretty good to me. All right, enjoy it. October is here. I'll catch you tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. And don't forget to smash the subscribe button on YouTube. We're on Superman Crypto, the Crypto Night Show, and of course the PulseChain X, 3 YouTube channels. Don't forget to subscribe on those channels. And don't forget, if you are on X, to smash the follow button at the top. And if you want to join our Discord, we have Discord links in the video description. Community members is $12.50 a month, so it's a private Discord. And Strategy Club is $35 a month. So look forward to seeing you in Strategy Club for all the extra alpha. And Telegram is free, so you can join up in Telegram. Links in the video description as well. Awesome stuff. Now, big shout out to MVS Crypto, of course. He is the editor-in-chief of the Monster Thread, the publication of the Crypto Night Show, and he's also our promotional lead. He does an amazing job out there. I'm sure many of you will agree. And hit him up if you ever need any help with promotional support or anything like that as well. So big shout out to MVS there, doing a great job. All right, and a special thanks to all our mods and community leaders. We've got Wookie in the house right now. He does a great job too. So special thanks to Wookie, our community leader, and of course all the other mods that work hard in the Discord as well. All right, I think we're going to leave it there. Take care, and bye for now. PulseChain X1 to the moon. There we go.